Big long hold for the drivers, lights out and blast off. Great start from Molinaro on the outside. She's got good traction. Heikkinen gets away well, and Shushu not too bad either. He's got the inside line, but Heikkinen's got track position. He's got the lead away. Brilliant stuff there from the Finnish driver. And now it's side by side between Molinaro and Shushu for second place as they come out of turn 1. Ollie Webb on the inside of Mandy August in P4 as well. Down in towards turn 2 we go. Shushu trying to push his way through. Molinaro tries to squeeze him and does squeeze him out of second place. So Molinaro holds on through there, but they both run wide. That's going to compromise their run and potentially allow Ollie Webb to come to blame. But here comes Mandy August up the inside of Webb through into 4th place. Nice move there from Mandy August with Webb running a bit wide. And now it all settles down at the end of the first lap, but that was absolutely brilliant from everybody.
Yeah, side by side all the way through the majority of the lap there, and ultimately the biggest loser there was Ollie Webb, because those two drivers were fighting in front of him. He had nowhere to go, trying to pick the best line, and then Mandy just said thank you very much, Ollie, and made her way up through. So gutted for Ollie. He's going to be trying to make his way back up now.
Now Shushu's beginning to pile that pressure once again onto Molinaro here. He got a good exit out of turn 1, but hasn't quite got the drive down the straight in towards turn 2. You can see the cars squirreling under braking as they come through that second corner. Oh, and Mandy August has gone off into the barrier, then not into the barrier, but into the gravel at least. And that's a shame there for her, because she was doing very well in the opening stages of this one, and of course made the semis yesterday in round 11. Meanwhile, it's Toppy Heikkinen with a 2-second lead now in front.
Yeah, Toppy hasn't got anybody to worry about, has he? The battle is behind for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So Toppy's just able to go and drive clean and do his own race. Chuchu's looking to make a move on the outside. He's going to switch to the inside. Tomorrow's run it deep on the brakes. But couldn't she get the traction on the way out of turn 1? But no, she can't. Chuchu was all over that one. He read her like a book.
That was brilliant there from Chuchu. Great opportunist driving. Set the car up perfectly, as you said there, Dan, with that switchback. And, well, that is great stuff there from the Hungarian. Of course, all of these drivers are squabbling amongst one another. It's great in terms of on-track action. It'll be interesting to see how it means for their points in the race. But, of course, the time points for them, it's not going to be necessarily the quickest time they'll have set whilst they're battling with each other.
No, so they're all going to be quite similar on the time points, but the thing that's going to define them is their position on track, because just making up one position makes up, 5 points, whereas there's only if they're close on their race time, there's only going to be a 1 point difference between them. So they really ultimately need to go for more positions. As Mandy August is off again in turn 2, she's just not quite got that braking point right, I don't think.
No, really struggling there is Mandy August. There'll be a yellow flag down at turn 2 with that car stricken on the track there as well. So keep an eye out for that, because we should see very limited overtaking opportunities from that point in, down at that second corner. Of course, the interesting thing here for Tamara Molinaro, I was talking to her earlier on, she had some problems in the free practice sessions. The car was filling with smoke, essentially. She said she couldn't breathe. There were some issues with one thing or another of a technical nature, of course, and she didn't have enough time to sort of get the setup dialed in, because it cut her free practice short. So maybe that's what's hindering her here. She's just not comfortable with how the car's performing in these conditions.
Yeah, and something like that is always playing on your mind. It's never nice to not be able to breathe, of course, and we've seen people dealing with fires this year as much as they can. And but it is one thing that she's going to be very aware of. It does affect your mindset.
No such dramas here for Toppy Heikkinen. 7.4 seconds out in front, leading the way very commandingly. This will surely be the fastest time of all the qualifying sessions. Of course, he's got the advantage of having come out last in the 3rd race, so the track conditions should be at their best. Over the line comes Toppy Heikkinen to take victory in Q1. Race 3, Shushu comes home a distant 2nd, and Tamara Molinaro is just about to hold on to 3rd place, with Ollie Webb closing down on the Italian. Through the final corner they go. Molinaro 3rd, Ollie Webb in 4th. Mandy August, of course, a DNF in that race because of the problems she had down in the gravel at turn 2. But a very, very strong start to the day for this man here, Toppy Heikkinen.
2nd, happy man?
Yeah, I'm happy about this position. I like this corner. It's a bit same like in Ira at the left. You can sometimes go inside, go outside, not only one line.
Now, quite a few of the drivers are saying the conditions today, it's a lot more slippery out there. Would you agree?
Yeah, much more slippery, but I like it, so I hope the rain will come in for the semi-final.